the NAB Show 2026, where broadcast media, entertainment and technology professionals converge right here in Las Vegas. NAB 2026 Las Vegas, and I am here with HVS. The wonderful Dan, how are you?
Good, having a great show so far. How about you?
Really? Has it been busy?
It's been very good. We've had a great turnout. We've met with a lot of our key customers so far, and overall it's been a really positive show.
Wow, just the way you like it. Shows like these are so crucial, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely. They're very, very important to, making sure we stay in touch with our customer base, know what their current needs are, and how we can make sure that we adapt our business to solve the problems that they have at hand.
Yeah. And talking of your business, give me an overview of where you're at within the broadcast media industry.
Sure, absolutely. So Heartland Video Systems, I would call, is kind of a Swiss Army knife in the business. We've been in business for about 30 years now, family-owned business, and we basically serve anything that's in the broadcast chain. So anything that can start from an integration perspective, straight sales of equipment, support of equipment, service of equipment, and also just having an understanding of a complete air chain of a broadcast facility at a TV station. Typically call-letter TV stations is what we service, all throughout the United States. We touch most every broadcaster in some way, shape, or form, so we're really proud of that, and it's something that we have our company's pretty much configured to be a heavy engineering-based type team, so about half of our company is engineers, and that's something that's becoming more of a rare piece in the business, right? As we continue to try to figure out the problem of growing engineers and how do you solve the problem of keeping them, engaged and with the company for some time, and then being able to service our customers with that type of expertise and knowledge. We have a pretty good track record of that in-house, of bringing folks in basically that have no broadcast experience and growing them up to speed within, basically a 1 to 5 year period, being top experts overall. So
I love that. That's actually really interesting. Tell me a bit about what you're showcasing at the event. I mean, you mentioned 30 years. You've seen a lot of changes in the company over the last 30 years. What are you shouting about at the show this year?
Sure, absolutely. So I have to preface, I recently bought the company back in July of 25.
Okay.
But I've been a customer of Heartland Video Systems actually in former executive leadership roles in broadcast for over 15 years in some way, shape, or form. So when I learned that the former owner, who was also family owned, was going to sell, it was very important for me to try to pick this company up because it is just so well known, and we have such an ingrained, entrenched group of experts that are well known and regarded throughout the business with our reputation, that I wanted to ensure that we kept that consistency, we had kept the business going the way it was for the legacy that it's been known as for all of these years for us.
So a lot of really important conversations going on this year.
Yes, exactly, We're really focused on trying to help optimize where we can for our customers as we see consolidation really start to potentially ramp up. Obviously we're waiting on a lot of regulatory approvals. 3.0 and ATSC 3.0, we're very well positioned. We're one of the leaders in the space to help get that rolled out across the entire United States. So we're waiting to see where things are going to go there. We're trying to get kind of a pulse for our customer base on what they're thinking about, since there hasn't really been any mandates yet. That's been something that we've been trying to figure out. And okay, what are your needs, and where do you think you're going, and then how do we position ourselves so we can help our customers be successful? So those are a couple of areas that we've been talking to them about. Also, microwave is a big thing. We're the exclusive reseller in the United States for SAF microwave. So that's something that's been a top topic for a lot of our customers as they prepare for potential ATSC 3.0 rollout. You got to make sure you have a good microwave system to get your signals out to your transmitter sites, for those of you that aren't doing a direct IP type link. So that's been another discussion. And then in addition to that, we've been talking about integration services, because we do full integration. Even if a person just wants a cable made at a certain length and different terminations on the end, and we want it shipped to your site, we'll do that. Or we can do a full CAD drawing, design, integration type setup for master controls, production control rooms, tech cores. We can help folks basically start from a greenfield build all the way up to just doing a retrofit. You have an upgrade that you need to do. That's something that we've really prided ourselves in over the years.
Well, what's really obvious to me listening to you is that you're listening to customers and you're just providing tailor-made solutions right across the board.
That's key.
It's so key. If we talk about trends and how you're evolving with those trends in the industry.
Yes, absolutely. So again, as we look at this consolidation component and folks that are, the technologies that are coming out there now, we were a lot in the very professional broadcast field on a lot of equipment, but now some of the ProAV stuff can actually apply to what we do on a day-to-day basis in broadcast. So with that being said, it's really, really important to us that we make sure we help our customers be cost-effective and efficient, but not sacrifice resiliency in what they're doing in their infrastructures. I mean, we're an infrastructure type company. We want to make sure that they are on the air and it's reliable and we're there for them, and that they have, because it's also very important, right? Broadcast, I've been in broadcast for 20 something years. Yeah. And basically at the end of the day, we are serving our communities, right? So it's a very prideful thing for us to just think, okay, we're here to help those particular customers help their communities, whether that's life-saving information through EAS or life-saving information through weather, et cetera. We want to make sure that we're helping get them that information from an infrastructure perspective, something that they can depend on. Because when severe weather happens or big emergency events happen, those are the times that you want the infrastructure to deliver for you. And that's the time that the infrastructure is being stressed in some way, shape, or form. So it's up to our team of experts to make sure that we're providing the appropriate solutions, again, that are now more cost efficient and cost effective than ever before. Yeah. But again, retaining that resiliency and making
not
sure
just the resiliency,
yes,
the quality.
The quality, the resiliency, yeah, exactly, the whole gamut.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, look, it sounds like you're doing it in spades. Thank you so much for your time today, and good luck with the rest of the show.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity.